On June 15, 2010, Rovio announced Angry Birds would be making its way to Android devices after its record-breaking run on the Apple App Store. In its first 7 months, Rovio sold over 20 million copies of the game, almost half of which are paid downloads. Paid apps did not experience much success on Android devices, and their user base wasn't going to put up with the light version. As a compromise, Rovio offered the full version for Android free of charge, but supported by advertising served by Google's AdMob.
Forget everything you know about mobile games and get ready to raid.
The game launched on October 15, 2010, seeing immediate returns, amassing 2 million downloads in its first 2 days, and introducing an alternative game model that was somehow just as profitable as its Apple counterpart. The paid version of Angry Birds was 99 cents on the App Store, and between August and November, that version sold 3.5 million copies. That amounts to about $1.2 million per month. Per multiple reports, Rovio earned more than $1 million per month from advertising on Android, nearly as much as the paid iPhone downloads. For Angry Birds' first anniversary, Rovio announced an all-new billing system coming to Android that aimed to provide consumers with an easy way to pay for Angry Birds and other mobile games. Dubbed as the Bad Piggy Bank, it gave users the ability to pay to get rid of advertisements on the app, or purchase the Mighty Eagle with the click of a button. Rovio's goal was to put Angry Birds on all major smartphone platforms, but not all of them had easy or compatible payment mechanisms. By launching the Bad Piggy Bank, Rovio made it easy to pay, since no registration or credit card purchase was necessary. All purchases were simply billed to a consumer's monthly mobile bill. With this system, it would be easier for developers to use in-app purchases, where a consumer buys something from inside a game. For the time being, however, this feature was exclusive to the 2 million Elisa customers, the largest network operator in Finland. However, this feature was short-lived, being removed when Google Play added the purchase system in March 2011. Not even a month later, Rovio announced their next innovation attempt involving near-field communication technology, otherwise known as NFC. Select Nokia smartphones would come preloaded with an app called Angry Birds Free with Magic, which offered a different approach to the traditional gameplay. For example, users could play the first 5 levels normally, but in order to proceed, they'd have to touch their phone with another NFC-enabled device in order to unlock another 5 levels. Each new friend would unlock 5 additional levels of Angry Birds Magic until all 20 were unlocked. For users who didn't have any friends with NFC-enabled devices, that's me, Rovio would enable unlocking these levels with NFC tags that would be embedded into Angry Birds merchandise. Mike Eelhead claimed that in time, the communal power of users with Angry Birds Magic could prove even stronger than the Mighty Eagle. Sure, an alternative version debuted about a month later on Barnes & Noble's Nook with the added implementation of GPS technology. With GPS, when gamers played the original Angry Birds in certain locations referred to as magic places, such as Barnes & Noble's bookstores or later Chinese McDonald's locations, they'd receive free power-ups from the Sling Scope to the Mighty Eagle. Simply connect to the Wi-Fi network and witness the magic happen before your eyes. Unfortunately, this was as far as things ever got, as the project would never receive a full version, with planned merchandise lines with embedded NFC tags never going into production. Rovio looked to develop this concept further by implementing more locations with unique abilities, but unfortunately they'd be scrapped along with the project itself in favor of the Telepods merchandise line. However, a remnant of their plans to be immortalized at the Game Developers Conference in 2011, where Bad Piggy Bank Plush sat on Peter Vesterbacka's desk among a few promotional Singtel Reds. Standing around 8 inches in size, this bank was created by Commonwealth Toys to not only promote Rovio's defunct virtual currency, but NFC technology as well. It looked identical to the in-game sprite with short stubby feet, an embroidered $sign, and even the generic Commonwealth tush tag commonly seen in their prototypes. Obviously, this is an item that never came to market, nor was it meant to be, but that doesn't mean we should simply disregard it. As I've mentioned before, I've been partaking in meetings with the CEO of Commonwealth in an attempt to answer various lingering questions, and of course I had to ask about this particular item. The CEO explained that they only made 3 of these, one of which he believes is still floating around in his possession. Just like any other piggy bank, it has a coin slot where you can stick coins and a zipper on the underside to retrieve them, a feature apparently inspired by banks Commonwealth used to make in the 1970s. I already know what you're saying. If what you say is true, then explain this. What you see before you is a photo from the flagship Angry Birds retail store in China, and clearly you can see the Bad Piggy Bank plush for sale. That's clearly it. It looks just like the one Vesterbacka had. It's surrounded by other Commonwealth products, and is literally inside an official Angry Birds shop. Here's another on a site called Toysville. Here's 2 more at Angry Birds Juice and Tea. Here's another just hanging behind the glass. And we can go on all day from here. The story behind these and pretty much every Commonwealth looking product you'll find in China isn't quite what you think. This looks completely normal, right? There's nothing suspicious to see here, it just looks like any old Commonwealth bread. If you inspect the tags, generally the side tags, but sometimes the tush tags too, you'll find a bunch of Chinese characters, some general copyright information, and a logo for a company called PPW, otherwise known as Promotional Partners Worldwide. Tush tags essentially express the same information when translated, with some manufacturing information as well. However, take a look at this tush tag. Same thing on this one, only this one has a Commonwealth logo. You might assume this is simply a Chinese release of a Commonwealth, but that's not quite right either. Promotional Partners Worldwide was Rovio's Greater China licensee who manufactured plushies to be exclusively sold throughout China. Rovio owned the rights to the official Commonwealth plush designs and gave them to companies willing to make plushies for cheap in foreign markets. This was something that Commonwealth CEO was not pleased with, as they were the ones who originally created the designs. For Rovio just to allow companies to essentially copy their products without their authorization, including tags and their own logos? Well, that's just messed up. I even asked Peter Vesterbacke himself about this, and he said this, quote, could well be. None of this is confirmed, but given what I've heard from a former Rovio employee and Commonwealth CEO, this is most likely what happened. And there wasn't a damn thing Commonwealth could do about it. I've coined a new term to describe these officially licensed Commonwealth lookalikes. Official counterfeits. Might sound oxymoronic, but it describes exactly what these are. They're official, they look pretty much just like the Commonwealths and use their logo, but they're not by Commonwealth. They even offered Chinese exclusive products like the Bad Piggy Bank and this odd red phone holder. Interestingly, their Bad Piggy Bank is actually slightly more game accurate as the dollar symbol is embroidered in green unlike the white on the Commonwealth. If you're interested as to how you can authenticate your Commonwealth Angry Birds plush, you can look for this small heart printed on the tush tag. It reads MHB, not M-B, which are the initials of the founder of Commonwealth Toy and Novelty. This is a detail the CEO wanted to include on every product they put out, so if it's not there,
it was at this moment that he knew.
You can also look for the HK number, which refers to the various factories Commonwealth used to make the plushies. HK12, HK85, and HK98 are the most common 3. Less common examples include HK86, HK79, which often appears on 6-inch plushies, and HK102 on White House Leisure variations. Let me know if you have any other numbers in the comments, because this could make for an interesting discussion. So there you have it. A comprehensive overview of the Commonwealth and not-so-Commonwealth Bad Piggy Bank. This guy has to be one of the most interesting characters in the history of Angry Birds, both from a technological perspective and a merchandising perspective. You know, Commonwealth actually did release an actual ceramic Bad Piggy Bank if you'd like to have one in your collection. If you have any comments, questions, or complaints, you can let me know in the comment section below. With that I say, peace out.